So the intro is a little wild. So this is what I'll do. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll edit all that other shit out.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine life. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, Jay Grizzy.
Well, I'm going to give a round of applause to my guest because he stuck through that ugly piece of shit that I was trying to do earlier. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Taking No Shorts podcast. This is episode 133, and I'm your host, Jay Grizzly Green, a.k.a. Mr. Leave No Meat on the Bone, also known as Chunkle tonight. We have a very special guest tonight. He is a stand-up comedian here. I won't even call him local because he's been all up and down the East Coast. He ran his own room here in the RVA. He is opened and performed and featured for some of the biggest headliners in the country in the stand-up comedian world, and it's a pleasure to have him here at Taking No Shorts, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Patrick Logan. Hey, how'd I do on that?
Hello. Thank you for the kind words, sir. Happy to be here.
How did I do on the intro?
That was great, man.
Because some folks trip over that shit.
Man, I was just thinking, man, I am more than local.
Yeah, right? You don't want to be, you don't want to be that guy.
I'm a local guy. I'm local, but yeah, I have been some places. That's cool. I was just thinking, wow, that's cool that I've done comedy in different states. That's cool as hell.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Considering, a lot of cats don't get that opportunity, to spread their wings and get that laugh from a different audience point of view.
Yeah.
So Patrick.
What's up, man?
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, sir.
You do anything?
Green on. I did not. I'm on injury reserve right now. I've been in the house. I did not go out. I did not wear green.
You didn't go to Shamrock the Block is some shit here in Richmond where niggas act crazy. You did. You don't want to do that one. I keep saying I'm not gonna drop the N-bomb too many times a while, Patrick.
Me neither, man.
Thank you. It might slip up though. It might come out.
Well, this white wine.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good podcast, guys. Do me a favor. Anywhere where you find your favorite podcast, just go search at Taking No Shorts podcast. If you like anything that you hear tonight, or if you find anything entertaining, or if you don't like me, do say something about that. I'll take that bad press, but go ahead and hit that subscribe button at Taking No Shorts pod at Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I will say arigato. Patrick, let's talk about you some more. Where you from, bro?
Originally Smithfield, Virginia.
Hey, man, hold on. That's the ham place.
Close. Yes, that's the ham place. The 8th city represent Rushmere specifically.
Exactly.
Let's give it all for them. All right. Shout out to Smith
right behind the Rushmere Food Mart. Yep.
How was life growing up down there? How long were you in Smithfield?
Till I was 14.
Okay.
I started smoking cigarettes at 12 years old.
That sounds like some Smithfield shit.
Newports. Yeah. And I would sit up at the store. I lived right behind a food mart. I would sit at the food mart until I saw somebody that I'm like, they'll buy me.
They'll buy me a cigarette.
They were $2.73 before tax.
Ask my middle son, because he's a smoker now, unfortunately, but took after his dad. I've been 10, 15 years quit. But
good.
I asked him, I said, I'm just curious, how much a pack of cigarettes these days? And he told me the price. I said, I'm an old man now. I feel really old. Like, this is crazy. But you picked up the habit early. Smithfield, 14 years. What'd you learn growing up in a small country? Well, Smithfield is country. It's rural.
It is country. It's country.
What you get out of that experience coming up?
Well, I'm very lucky to have grown up in this neighborhood, I was the only white boy on the bus.
Okay.
You know, so I definitely had probably a different experience than most of the white kids growing up. Probably, yeah. I got beat. I got punched in the mouth for saying stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, and but no, man. One of my best friends now lived right across the street from me, so have a best friend out of that. You know, from the day I was
brother. Is a brother?
Yes, sir.
Did he smack you in the face?
A couple times. Yeah. Tyrone, my man, I ain't gonna say his government. My man Tyrone, TJ, that's, for life. Got a friend for life there. Definitely some learning experiences. So I really enjoyed, and I had a good childhood too.
How'd you get so for up to middle school, probably a high school, early freshman high school, Smithfield, Virginia, small rural town. You're the only brother with a bunch of brothers on the block or on the road. And where was it next for you up there? Did you get bullied at all?
Bullied? Probably a little bit because I was tall. I was this tall when I was in fifth grade.
See you after you told me put the camera. That's why you told me put the camera down. It's like, nigga, they got to see this.
How tall?
Yeah, you got to see.
It's mostly my legs. Right. It's not my torso. No, 6 foot tall. I've been 6 foot since I was like young. Since I was in probably elementary, middle school. So I think people did look at me like if I can punch this guy in the face, everybody. And I talk too much. It's probably why I'm a comedian. So, yeah, I got probably bullied. I got bullied a little bit. Yeah, it made me tough though.
Made you tough, man. Bullying today, I saw somebody say something about bullying that was totally inappropriate, but I took it as when, one of those things that when we were coming up type of things, bullying was something that made you tough. Nowadays folks are calling and stuff. So I don't know why I asked you about that. Not to say that I assumed that you were, but after 14, so high school, college, where'd you end up?
So I ended up moving to Prince George at 14. I still ended up, and Prince George was like really country. A lot
like the Royals, like the Prince George Royals, high school.
Yep.
Playing basketball. I remember playing. It's a quick story. Not quick, but not to cut you off because I'm not going to do too much of that tonight. But if we keep sipping, I'm no, when we went to Prince George and Petersburg, for some reason, coming from Richmond City, we just felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too.
Like we just like what? It's like a time fucking war. But all right, Prince George Royal. Shout out to Prince George. You got it. You got up there. How was high school?
It was interesting, man. I still, I didn't really fit in with the white people, so man, just a lot. I started rapping. I was hanging with.
What was your MC name?
Oh man, a ton of them. Pat Loke, that's the OG shit. Pat Loke. Pat Hayes is what it turned into.
Why did the first thing I think of was Ali G when you said Pat Loke?
Pretty much, yep. That was me in high school. Yep, Ali G. But yeah, man, then I moved to Georgia for a while. Moved to Athens, Georgia. Went to a technical college for science. I'm not a scientist, so I never used that degree. But and then I ended up moving back in with my parents in Prince George in 2014, and I've been out of my parents' house in Hopewell for 4 years now. Yeah,
shoot 'em up, bang bang. He'd have been with all the brothers except for Athens. But he'd have been in places with all the brothers. Well, I mean, that's a sound like a military brat type shit, but I mean, you got some experiences over those years.
Yeah, man. Very thankful for my experiences. Probably maybe something that helped set me apart a little bit. Just different. I mean, anybody. I think if you move different places, different backgrounds, meet different people, can give you a cool perspective. So.
I can tell the audience, I want to say the first time I saw your act was, I want to say it might have been Basic City. City. if it wasn't Basic City, which is like the Kill Tony of RVA.
Yeah, that's the tough. That's why I said, oh man, that could have been terrible. It could have been.
So it wasn't that, dude. No, because I look, when Monty told me, he was like, he said, Monty Giles, shout out to Monty, he's a comic. I want to say he's out of Richmond as well, but he was kind of like prepping. I was just like, well, you run a room? And he was like, yeah, I do this place called Basic City. And I was like, where's that at? And he told me where it was. And I was just like, okay, that's kind of artsy. So maybe y'all are one of those type shit. He was like, nah, my nigga, like we don't. He said, I don't even think you might be ready to experience what we do. And I was like, it was at Home Sweet Home. That's where I saw you.
Okay.
At.
Yeah.
That's why I saw you at Home Sweet Home. And I was like, I'll come. I'll see what it's about. And then I'm seeing some of the same regular cats that I see on the circuit because I was geared to do this podcast. And at first I wanted it to be strictly comics that I came across. But then I found out y'all young motherfuckers is different. Y'all is different. But y'all are good.
Yeah.
Y'all are
There's a lot of talent in Richmond, man.
Good.
A lot of talent in Richmond.
Very good. Way better than the crowd I came up with.
I can't say
no digs, because I mean I'm including myself in that shit, you dig. But yeah, man, basic comedy was a good room, but Home Sweet Home, strangely enough, that's where I grew up. I grew up in that area, Carytown and in the Fan and shit like that. So when I said this kid's likable, you know.
Thank you, man.
You heard tell me, what do you hear a lot from audiences if you check or if you ask around about who you are as a comic on your stand-up? What's the thread that you hear most?
Well, one thing that stands out right away is I did a show in like Arlington one time, like a competition, and someone just told me they were just like, your style is what I like. And it was like pretty much my style. Like I write a setup and a punchline. And so I kind of lead you one way and then.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's kind of like even when I rapped and stuff, metaphors, punchlines. So it's kind of precise. It's like some people go up there and just ramble. And I want to do that too. When I ramble, sometimes it's funny and I want to but I write it almost word for word and then punchline. So when somebody told me this, they're like, I just love your style. Some people might compare it to like New York style, like set up, punch. And that's what I like to do. And just with some misogyny and racism, and we in there. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's why I was like, but see, you do it. The misogyny and the racism, you do it as a left hook or a punch. And for folks who don't know how stand-up writing or creative coming up with parts and bits of a joke is, there's a straight guy or the straight part of it, and then there's the part that throws you for a loop, and that's the part where if you are paying attention, you're going to get the haha, you know?
Right.
And the better you are at doing that, and I was telling Tim Man a couple weeks ago, one thing I had to learn, which I didn't because I was just a lazy motherfucker. I just didn't give a fuck. I was the rambler. Yeah. And then whatever came up, it was like I forgot some of my best sets. Totally fucking forgot.
Yeah, you got it. If you do that, definitely record it.
Yeah,
so you can write down
catch it. Good shit. But the good ones, the ones that are serious about it, the ones that last, are the ones that write. I noticed, and so I could tell when I saw you, and I'm not trying to put you over, and that's a wrestling term, but you know, that's why I wanted to, because this is the episode is a long time. Every time I see you, when I come out, you know, to look for guests or whatever, and I was like, yeah, man. And I always tell folks, no rush, please come. And I'm gonna give you a round of applause. Thank you. I'm gonna bring my Smithfield ass. I will come through and I will holler at you. But all right, so when did you know, now that you got to Hopewell from all, when did you know that this was it? This was you're gonna go up. When did you know?
Bro,
when did you get the balls?
That's crazy. Like saying that is like chills a little bit, man. I finally moved out of my parents at 31, man. 31, and
Ain't never too late.
I had on a list even before I'm a list guy, man. I write down my to-do list, and I had a short term and long term, and the long term was like start a podcast, stand-up comedy. The only reason I really even knew that it was in Richmond is because I was like on dating apps, and this one girl was like, "Yeah, I just took a stand-up comedy class," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So I looked that up, and I'm like, "Oh man, there's stand-up comedy classes in Richmond."
Show up. Shout out to Dave Wingfield, man. There's a lot of cats that ran that. Was it the Funny Bone?
There was the Coalition Theater. They got the Funny Bone. So if there is. If you want to go that route, then there is a way.
Improv. I think what is it? Comedy Sports, or not Comedy Sports, but somewhere.
Yeah, now Comedy Sports. Now Moo Cuzzo is doing a class at Comedy Sports too.
Yeah, great
but when I just saw open mic at Sandman Comedy Club. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
And I just went and watched, and I watched the open mic, and I went up after, and I talked to a guy, and I was like, how do I get on this stage for the open mic? And he was like, you got to go to an open mic in the city and get like a video and submit it to the website. And then somebody was standing right there and was like, we're going to an open mic right now.
Oh,
after this one, so I was at Sandman.
Okay.
And then I asked how to get on it. Somebody overheard me. They're like, we're going to open mic right now.
That's how cats do.
Yeah. And I was like, I got on the list. I was dead last out of 30 comics. I did 3 minutes, and I did some jokes that I wrote on Facebook, and it went well. And dude, it's been a wrap ever since, bro.
That is an awesome story, because folks don't understand that was 30th is probably last, right?
Yeah, dead last.
Last. Who ran that? Was it Carlton?
It was Carlton ran the Sandman open mic, but it was actually Mac.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I feel terrible forgetting his last name.
That's all right. He need to be forgotten. That motherfucker put you on last.
It was Mac.
He put you on last. That's the worst. Folks don't understand.
At Bandito's Burrito Lounge.
Shout out to Bandito's, man. Oh my God, I'm a round of applause. Curry and Laurel. Was it still the Bandito's move? Is it the one in Patterson, or is the one downtown at by VCU? Which one?
I guess it is Patterson.
Okay, yeah. Bandito's in Patterson by in the museum district.
Yeah,
great room. Back in my active years was 2010 to 15, and there was a place called God, what's the name of it? It was like right around the corner from Bandito's too. Ooh, what's the name of that place? Y'all gonna get mad at me. I'm gonna be, but it's closed.
Yeah,
but. Just like what you were saying, you go in, you trying to get on, you just curious. And then some other comics is like, yo, we ready to do a mic now. And then next thing you know, you done did 3 mics.
Yeah. Oh, by the end of the week.
Yeah.
I ended up doing the next one the next day, and the day
Cafe Diem. That's the name of the place. Cafe Diem. It was Cafe Diem. Diem Cafe. One of them, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, it was after I did it, man. By the time I did it, it was like probably 8 or 9 comics, and I got some laughs, and I'm like, yo, I'm doing this. I took a Snapchat video and was like, my life just changed. Like I got it.
You were so hype about it.
I was like, my life just changed. This is what I'm doing from now on, and I did the next night, and almost every week for the past 4 years now.
Round of applause for that.
Yeah.
I know how many rounds of applause I'm gonna give you.
Thank you.
I was about to say your black ass. 4 years going strong and doing the thing, and so now we fast forward. You say you're on hiatus. You're on injured reserve. What happened?
I just had hernia surgery, man. I had colon surgery back in 2019. From the incision from the colon surgery, a hernia came through, and I found that out last year. So last year I kind of slowed things down. Instead of doing 5 or 6 mics a week, I did like 3 or 4, and I lost like 20 pounds. I quit nicotine.
Amen.
And I started prepping for the surgery, and thank God,
went without a hitch, right?
It went went way better than expected. So I'm on. It was a little over 3 weeks ago. So this is one of the first times I've gotten out the house.
Thank you. I mean, that's saying a lot that you came to Taking Those Shorts podcast, and you just coming out of that surgery and coming out of recovery. So I've said it over and over again. Thank you so much. But I know you want to. Do you think you're going to talk about that on stage pretty soon? Are you working? You already ginning some shit up about it?
Yeah, man. So I actually had about 5 minutes on my hernia before I had surgery. I probably got a few jokes I'm going to try out. I'm actually going to get back on stage tomorrow at an open mic. Okay. So I got a few jokes.
Let the audience know, because tomorrow, this will probably be out tomorrow. So
there's a Funktastic Meads. That's an open mic, but it's a Friday open mic. Funktastic Meadery in Midlothian. It's only like 5 minutes, but you know, I always have fun there. It's a Friday night. The vibe is fun. It's like even for 5 minutes, it feels sometimes like a show because there's like people there that are not comedians. So it's.
I'm glad you. That's a good segue. Your opinion about audiences as a comic. Like, there's an old adage. Well, comics be like, "Oh, that audience sucks. That's why my shit didn't get over. Why my punches didn't work, or whatever." And some longtime comics will say your material sucks, or you suck, or whatever. What's your take on that? Take no shorts.
Well, yeah, no shorts, man. I remember when I was in my first and second year, and there would be bad audiences where nobody's laughing at nothing, but there's one comic that comes in there and cracks them. And that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be like, I want to watch 4 friends go bomb, and then I want to go up there and get a couple laughs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be like, man, this crowd sucks, and go up there and get some laughs. And I won't say I do that every time, but I do it almost every time. Like, even, but I also bomb all the time. Like, but as far as there's definitely good audiences. There's sometimes people are so the best. What you want is when people are laughing and carrying on before the show. Yeah, you can hear them when they say "How y'all?" They'll be like, "How y'all doing tonight?" The first "How y'all doing?" and they're screaming, clapping. You're like, okay, they're ready. And then if you say like "How y'all doing?" and they're like, then it's like, oh man,
it's like, why did you? I'm old enough now to say, why'd you come? Who brought you? Who told you? Especially even if it's a bringer show, like if you come in to support your friend, your coworker, or whatever, you're supposed to be. I remember one time, because I know I did this bit that always worked, and this audience was this church lady sitting like 2 rows in the front. And sometimes when the lights are on, you can only see, you can't see.
Sometimes you can't see.
Yeah. So
sometimes you can.
And then I tried to like work with her or whatever. And I just said, why the fuck you come to me? I just was like, why the fuck you are here? Yeah. And it just was a lady old enough to be my mother or my grandmother. And I was just talking to her because I wasn't a nice guy back then, And so I shouldn't have. I mean, it was totally unprofessional, and I forgot the name of the GM of the Funny Bone back then. But he was like, "Yo, you can't do that."
I seen a clip like that today where he's like, "I'm gonna make you laugh," like, and he ended up making her smile. But it's like, it's not their fault, Some people are just different. They don't, and you think in your head, why are you here? But at the same time, it's like, man, it's really. I'm personal. Just feel bad because I can't make you laugh.
Right. It's like, my job, and I need to be, and I know how to do my job, and you're telling me I'm not doing my job right. You, come on, man. You got me fucked.
Right. I done fixed your car and you ain't driving off the lot. I
can't even find a drop for that shit. Yeah, but then again, looking back at it, sometimes so you go back and look at your stuff.
Yeah, man. I record most sets. I'm recording almost every set now.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man. And,
it's tough criticism, right? It's
tough. I know you're supposed to look at all the bad videos, and sometimes I just won't even look at it. But the truth is, I should look at the bad videos.
Appreciate your honesty. I go back and look at some of the podcasts, and when I edit, clipping and stuff, and I'm like, oh, God, I cannot.
I think I get the most. I'm just realizing this. I think I get the most out of like the mediocre sets, because if it's just a bad, terrible set, you don't want to look at it. You look at it, you're like, this is just trash. I should quit. But if you got if you got a killer set, sometimes with the killer set, even though you're killing the crowds really hot, you could be like, you might think, oh, I could have said this different and that would have killed. But the media and the mediocre sets, even they're laughing at this, but they didn't laugh at this. Okay, I can readjust this. But them trash videos, we don't ever need to watch them again.
No, the cutting room floor is called the cutting room floor for a reason, and I do not go back and look at. I don't. A friend of mine sent me something, and he was just like, "Is this you?" And I was just like, "Why the fuck you searching? Why the fuck is you searching? Searching for me? Oh, you told me you said." He didn't believe me. His old college buddy. He was just like, I hate believe me, but I shout out to what's the guy name? He's been around the town, Richmond, for quite a while. He records pretty much everything. Oh my God!
The guy that just records, Silver.
Shout out to Silver. Exactly. Silver put out some shit from I don't know. And I saw him at Apple Brown Betty's joint, and he said he was putting out a bunch of old shit he recorded over the years, right? Yeah. And motherfucker saw that shit and saw me out. I said, I'm so embarrassed because I'm grown. that was 2012. Here it is. That's 15 years ago, bro. Like, I'm not the same guy, as you can see. I'm chunkle now.
Chunkle. Church uncle. That's what it was. Chunkle.
I'm chunkle now. Back then, that was when Shaco was safe to go to. With McCormick's, you could go to McCormick's, park in front and feel okay, But
I told Silver recently, I was just like, I'm getting to the point where I'm trying to, once I hit the 5-year mark, I might think of like doing a special or something. So I recently told Silver, hey man, like I think from now on I don't want to be recorded, because I bombed a ton on his videos, but I also got some really good sets. If he records you and you do well,
people like over. It don't matter.
It's in your head. It's in your head.
People not gonna remember the bombing.
But as soon as I told him that, I killed like two times in a row.
Right?
Damn it! I should have those videos.
And why are comics such gluts for that? Like the bombing. Let's talk about bombing for because I remember it was a promoter. Shout out to Tim Casey. Exactly. Back in the day, he used to get comics and had Apollo night, and he would say, "Hey, I know where you can go to work on your bits and stuff, work on your craft." And word got back to him. He called me one night. He was like, "Yo, they telling me you suck." Damn. And I was like, "Who is they?" They like, who is telling you these? Like, who is in these bars at 2:00 in the morning? And I'm, middle, next to last, going up, right? Who is literally studying? You got scouts out here studying. Right. He was like, "Yeah, you could do." He was motivating, give him credit. He was just like, "You could do so much better. You're just not dedicated," which is true. I was a lazy fuck. I'm not going to. When they was trying to write jokes for me. Anybody wrote a joke for you? Don't you feel some kind of way?
Sometimes people be like, "Man, this joke will work good for you." And if I feel it, if I feel it in my soul, like, okay, this is something that relates to me, then I might use it. But usually just a tag. If I have my own joke and somebody gives me an extra piece, I'll take it. That's common.
Right. It's common. But I used to feel
a whole joke.
Yeah, like I used to feel like, fuck you guys, you gonna give me something to say, and I can't convey it like you telling me the joke, right? So I'm not even gonna go to the hacky shit I used to do. But don't do that. Like you said, or even comics, really. Let the comic come to you, be like, "Hey, I think you can help me punch this up better." Yeah. Instead of saying I can do it. Like,
my friend, he'll be like, "Man, I got this joke that would work really good for you. So I was hitting my girlfriend from the back, right? With the fist. No, with the. I'm like, dude, that's not my.
That's not me.
Like, you should do that joke. But no, it is weird. Like, well, if a crowd member comes tell you a joke, you never know. They might have heard it somewhere else. Yeah. And I've heard this other comedians say this. Like,
you're just a nice guy. That's why the audience like you, man. You're a nice guy.
I try to be nice.
Either you pulling the wool over my eyes, but you're a nice guy. Because that was fun. Audience member came up to me. I don't give a fuck. Oh, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. Look or not. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
No, I mean, comedians sometimes will give you a joke or audience, but with the audience member, like I'm saying, they might give you a joke they found on the internet or something,
Yeah,
but yeah, I try to be nice. I try to be nice because we all human, man, and like I try to treat people nice because
I'm waiting for the butt.
Yeah, well, no, I just try because, we're all human and we all fuck up. So the least we can do is be nice to each other.
As you're saying this, and as I was going on my little old school rant, I could hear my wife saying, "You're changing. You're supposed to be work. And I have. I've been working on. Definitely, I'm a softer guy. Sometimes I think when I'm with comics, because there is nowhere we can go. And there's a lot of places in the civilian world where a comic can't go because of I couldn't read. I was just a hard person to read the room. I would be in a meeting at work and be like, this is bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I mean, like, y'all got me fucked up. And, it would be a brother, especially somebody who was trying to mentor me in the corporate world. It's like, yo, you can't say that. But I was like, it's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
You bite your tongue a lot?
Yeah, man. Well, I've learned to, because I used to be the kind of person that like that in the corporate world where I get mad and like, this is wrong. But one day I was just like, man, I got to pay my bills.
Yeah.
I want to do a good job. Until I own my own business, you the boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
smart guy, smart young man.
Because I used to be a rebel. I used to be activist. I used to just rebel. We can
tell by the headband.
I'm bringing it back, But now I'm kind of more like, all right, I know things are kind of messed up, but you gotta. I believe in infiltrating the system instead of fighting it. You know what I'm saying? I believe if you want
for that one,
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to go to war with the shit that's wrong, be a part of it,
affect it from the inside.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I feel.
Man, you're wise beyond your years. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that you come across like that. Your delivery, the way I don't know if it's because you came from I didn't know about the music part. Like you used to be a rapper or striving aspiring rapper.
Yeah.
But what was that first name again?
I don't even want to say it.
I got it, motherfucker.
I know, man. People gonna look this up.
Yeah, I got it. But no, you can look back at a lot of shit back now and be like, I can't believe I did that. But no, like your delivery. When I saw you, probably at Home Sweet Home was probably the first. Then you started a room meaning he ran his own comedy room place or comedy open mic. I don't know what the public would call it, but how was that? Like, what made you want to start running your own spot?
Yeah. So, oh man, dude. So the room that you're talking about that you came to is right down the road from here. It's another Round Bar and Grill. At that time, the owner of that place just put out a message on the internet. Hey, all local comedians, like, we're going to have a meeting this day. He wanted to have comedy there, and he wanted it like every week. And that's tough. Like, it's hard. You can't book people every week unless it's an open mic. It was actually a showcase. So it was actually a book show, a ticketed show. So, it was hard to keep up with every week. And eventually it just, I was willing to put in the work to make sure it happened as good as it can. So it ended up just being once a month my show. So but my first show was actually at Happy Trees. You remember hearing about Happy Trees?
No. So give me the location, a part of town, a part of the region, and I can put it together.
I don't remember because
Jeff Davis, Colonial Heights, somewhere like that.
It was Richmond somewhere, but I don't remember because
I said Jeff Davis to the audience,
like Chesterfield. Happy Trees was a weed warehouse.
Hey man,
you remember it got it got raided.
Maybe
you remember
that's where I saw you off of Dabney Road. Was it Gray Skull was there?
I don't
know who Gray Skull is?
I don't know. I don't remember. We had 2 shows. This was just like some friends I had. I'm also into like the rave scene with like dubstep music, and some friends were like, we want to put a show at this place, and it was this weed warehouse.
They rented out a warehouse. No, this is not. This is a different place. I'm talking about. All right. So no, I don't know where.
Well, the reason I bring it up is because like that was my very first show. It was a New Year's party. It was comedy and then music, and we did 2 shows there, and then it got raided by the FBI.
Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Oh no. Gee. You gonna hit the audience when they got raided for weed?
Well, that's what
that was higher up. They won't come
some other shit.
Yeah, I agree with saying they won't come for the weed. Yeah. They were coming for something else.
That was like probably before it was even legal.
They were looking for Epstein or some shit.
Yeah, they found some shit that got shut down. I'm glad that we weren't in there when it got raided. Thankfully, it was not at the comedy show, but that would have been.
That's crazy. That's a crazy. That's the first room you ran.
That's the first room I ran.
They got busted by the Federal Bureau.
I guess it was FBI. I don't know, but
somebody ran up in that bitch though.
Yeah, if you look up Happy Trees, you'll see that headline. But yeah, man. Oh, I was paranoid for like a month after. I'm like, man, they see me on the flyer on the Facebook, on the Instagram.
Ain't none worse than being innocent, but still.
Yeah. But that I don't know what. I just bring that up because it was just like a short time in my career that was just kind of epic, and then it went to another round, which was every first Sunday for 3 years, and I just closed that chapter.
That room almost got me to go back up, and then one day I said I can't. I went to Home Sweet Home, and what's my girl's name? Mary Jane French, tall TS.
All right, Mary Jane.
Yeah,
Mary Jane French.
I was like, yeah, I got to a conversation. I think it was Monty. The patio after everybody goes up. Everybody's out on the patio.
Yeah,
it's Monty. I forgot the Indian brother name. Raji. I don't know his name. A couple other cats. But a whole bunch of lefties was out there. You can see I'm chunkle, goddammit. Yeah. And we just got, because I think I was high as a kite. But we just had, a comics talk after the show. And I was just like, I'm just trying to gauge where the scene is right now and everything. And they was like, you might be a bit out of touch, my nigga. Like you just, and I said, damn, you're right. And then I remember seeing you, I think it might have been a Funny Bone show. I was just like, I'm just curious, how old are you? And you told me your age. And I was just like, yeah, this is where it all coalesces for me, is you gotta please, and if there's nothing I can tell you, but run this motherfucker, Patrick, till the wheels fall off. Especially whatever challenges you may have, run this shit till you can't do it no more. You see, I'm Mark Mara in this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some of the comics you like coming up. What are some of the guys you saw? You said, I like that. I like their style. I like they funny. I like their sense of humor. What are some of the comedians you admire?
You mean like famous ones or?
No, they don't have to be famous. We can make them famous on Taking No Shorts.
Well, I guess I'll just say, just famous growing up. Like I did watch Comic View as a child, Comic View.
Exactly.
And that was really cool that I like ended up meeting Tony Woods. Like I've not, we ain't really worked together or anything, but I met him and I see what he's doing in like Northern Virginia and stuff. So that's cool. Gary Owen, Martin Lawrence was one of my favorite, man. He's just like, wow.
Classic.
Man. Yeah.
Classic.
I love Martin Lawrence.
Legend in the game.
Of course, the Dave Chappelle and stuff. And now I like the whole brosphere, Shane Gillis.
You like Gillis and them? You do the Kill Tony shit.
I love Kill Tony. Got the mothership jacket on. Today, I put my name. I want to get up there, but I didn't get pulled the one time I went. I do love that. Is it to help a brother who does not rock with the I do. I'm a familiar. Okay. I'm familiar. And what got me off, because I didn't even know who the guy that ran the joint was before he did the Madison Square Garden shit. Yeah. He took that gig, all right? And I don't do politics here, taking no short, so you do not have to do politics here. But he took that gig, and I didn't even know that was the Kill Tony. I knew Kill Tony, and when I saw Donnell go out there, Donnell Rollins from Northern Virginia, and a couple of other comics, I was just like, oh, this Basic City. Yeah. It's pretty much just comedy with feedback. Is it? How does it? All right. Sorry to cut you off because I want to be educated. Was it positive though? Like, was it funny? Was it the feedback? Because the episodes that I saw, they were being like, I like mean comedy. Like I was talking to. There's an episode that might come out with Monty, and we was talking like put down like Don Rickles, my old school guy. So Don Rickles, I'm trying to think of another put down Monty. Guys that are like putting you gotta know put down comedy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like roasting.
Right. Jones is going at it like shit like that. Like, that's what it is? And then you gotta be able to take it, or is it constructive criticism to get you better at what you're doing? I think I've seen something like that.
So for Kill Tony, it could be all of that. It can be constructive. Really, you get 1 minute to try to make the crowd laugh. And when you get that 1 minute, it could be like a tough crowd like we talked about, or it could be a hot crowd. Either way, you got 1 minute. And after that 1 minute, then he interviews you. And if you're like a stuck-up asshole or kind of dumb and airy, then they might roast you.
They might get you.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're like open to criticism or you're just a cool person, you can redeem yourself in the interview. And, a lot of people have a lot of mixed feelings.
I've seen a lot of comics after they do they act, and then the panel's interviewing them. I've seen that redeeming part because they know, like, hey, to me, I come from a pro wrestling entertainment background, so they kind of know it's a work, but only if you know it's a work, then you're a part of the community.
Yeah. It's like okay, this guy's getting me. I'm standing here with a smile.
Exactly.
Like,
okay,
you got me.
I still don't understand why he did the Madison Square Garden show. Speaking of which, I'll ask you this. This is totally off the topic. If you were offered, let's say, Burr, which is, I like Burr. Burr took a lot of money. He probably took 6 figures. He probably took like mid 6 figures to go do Saudi Arabia. Would you, if you on that level, somebody offers you $500,000 to do 15 minutes on a show where it's all killers, because they I mean, when I say killers, no super pause on killers in Saudi Arabia in the same sentence.
Exactly.
But I'm saying they're all comedy killers, and they offer you $500,000 to do 15 minutes in Mecca. You going with your head?
I'm going tomorrow. We can go tonight. We can go tonight.
No. You say, I mean, you can.
No. I look at it like this is like, I don't really. I
don't want to put you on the spot.
If there's bad things going on in that country, I don't know who's in that crowd and who needs a laugh, who deserves a laugh. So I kind of just like, I saw the stuff about it, and I'm just like, who am I? Like, everybody is so moral. They want to be more moral than the next person. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I want to make people laugh, and you don't know who's in that crowd. There could be somebody that really needs to laugh.
You don't focus on that. You know what I'm saying? You don't focus on the. I get what you're saying, and I'm glad you're presenting it that way, because that's something I even need to.
I'll do it. Calm. I got you. I'll do 30 minutes now.
We're gonna do a whole hour for $500.
Not just for money, like a sellout or anything, but just in general. Like,
the money is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to the audience. Burr wouldn't lie to the audience. $500,000 for 15 minutes of material, 15 minutes of work is not a bad day, and you probably getting flued out.
And with that money, I could do so much more good elsewhere. You know, like.
And so the criticism that he got, of course, he's going to defend himself. He's Bill Burr, but
I don't even know about. So I was terrible in history class. I don't know if I just had bad history teachers.
I was a history teacher.
See, I should have had you as a teacher because people talk about history. I don't know.
I would have made it very entertaining and very poignant. But 9 times out of 10, the reason I got out of teaching was I'd have been to whoop somebody's kid's ass. I'd have been to yoke their ass up. Yeah, man. I'd have been to yoke their ass up. And I got plenty of teacher professionals in my family, and they do it. And I'm like, nah. That's why I'm Jay Grizzly Green. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just chunko today.
I'm underdressed.
Yeah, no. But everybody know. My whole spiel and stick with taking those shorts. Don't get it twisted. They hear my mouth and they know this shit is a front. It is a front. So, man, it's so. we're going to take a quick break here, Taking No Shorts podcast, because my wife is letting me know something is needed, and I want to be a good. I'm so working on myself, guys. When you get and he
really applause button on that.
Yeah, okay. So
good husband, working on yourself.
Yeah, man. I just tired of being an asshole for so long.
Yeah. That's why I'm nice. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you're nice.
It's tiresome to be an asshole for so long. And I just know that I need to take a break because my bladder would not allow me to sit here any longer and do so. When we come back, we'll get into more of a great conversation here with comedian Patrick Logan. Now, make sure y'all follow him on all the socials. It's at the bottom chyron of the screen, and we will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 133 of Taking No Shorts podcast. I'm your host, Jay Grizzly Green, a.k.a. Mr. Leave No Meat on the Biz Zone.
Exactly.
If you need to know what that means, I'll tell you later. Trust me. But tonight, I'm a.k.a. Chunkles. Okay? Thank you. We got a very special guest in the building here, Taking No Shorts podcast. We have comedian Patrick Logan, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. He has been so gracious with his time tonight to impart some wisdom, some comedy wisdom to us and talk about him and his stand-up career and all things Patrick Logan. Although as Irishy as his name is, he did not do anything for St. Patrick's Day. What's your interest, man? Like outside of comedy, what are you into? It's like if there's a young lady out there and it's just like, he got that goddamn hairband on us doing something for me. Yeah. And his hair's so full. Like, what is
it? Some nice hair under here.
I mean, I'm kind of jealous because I'm bald. Kind of jealous. But man, at first, a full beard, no patches. So he takes care of his beard, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he got you. What's your beard care routine? Then talk about what your interest is. What's the beard care?
Man, just what shampoo?
You eat a lot of coochie.
Shampoo.
No, you eat a lot of coochie.
Beard oil.
You eat a lot of coochie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, years of that. Yeah. 15 years of that. That's what they used to say. Eat some coochie, you'll get some.
You get that quick beard hair,
But
interests. What are your interests outside of comedy?
I think it's the bacteria from the coochie that soothes the
Susan,
beard.
we want to land on that?
Let me stop.
No, that's
My
fine.
interest, no. Eating coochie? No. No. No, my interest, man, I'm actually kind of a homebody before comedy, man. I used to never want to travel, but now that I do comedy, I'm like, let's go anywhere. Let's go to New York. Let's go to LA. But homebody, man. I like
comedy opened the world to you.
Yeah.
It sounds like it.
Yeah,
so,
man. Yeah, I've gone places I never thought, but just interests. Like I like cooking. I do laundry and shit, man.
What's your go-to dish?
Well, I just started cooking in the past few years, but steak. I cook a steak on the. I live in an apartment, so I don't have a grill right now. But I'll just cook steak and vegetables, like either spinach with garlic or like squash with onions.
Yo, you see my face? Y'all see my face?
I'm hungry as hell right now.
You see my face? Ladies, you straight?
I'm straight.
That's another conversation. We had that conversation at Whole Sweet Home. They was like, yo, Jay, it's not a big deal. I was like, y'all niggas tripping. Hold on, I'm gonna give y'all that one. I was like, what is it? All right, so good. But yeah, ladies, he could cook.
A little bit, yeah.
He burns in the kitchen.
Like music, man. I love live music. I love dubs. Dubstep is my shit. I know a lot of people not really on the electronic.
Yeah, that.
Yep. Drum and bass. Yep. Lights and lasers and shit.
Smack my bitch up.
Yeah. Yes. Anything crazy. Smack my bitch up, and then a beat.
Yeah, then a beat. That's my 90s when I was doing, back when I used to do exercise. It's back.
Right.
Right. when that shit hit, when that shit hits, and you see them goddamn lights going left and right, I'm like, I'm fried. Like, I'm totally fried. All right. So you didn't do the whole like music club thing, like as a teenager or when you were in Athens, because Athens is a big college town, you could get into a lot of shit down there as a young teenager or a young adult. So you wasn't into all that. Like you was a homebody.
Well, at that time I was rapping, man. We would go to Atlanta. We had we had a producer who was in a motorcycle. So most of my life, honestly, as an adult, is like sitting in a room with a beat, writing. And then now that I'm not,
but you doing it. You doing it in comedy
with no beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, And now, but the thing I like about comedy is I just can go out and I don't actually sit at home and write a lot. I just go out a lot and it inspires something. I might think of something when I'm on the drive.
Please come up with a chunkle joke for me.
Chunkle. I mean,
not now. I was just this is what I wanted to say before we wrap that I noticed about you. One of the first things I noticed about you, because I'm kind of like advocating for folks to come anywhere you can see this young man do his stand-up comedy, go do it. But you kind of self-deprecating. Like you do a lot of put down on yourself jokes, which, as I learned early on in comedy, is like to get the audience on your side. It is like, oh, poor him, like poor.
I think there's multiple reasons actually, and that's one of them. So one of them is to like, hey, I'm making fun of myself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, I'm not just making fun of other people.
Right.
You know.
That was awesome.
So yeah, it's like to get the audience on your side. Like, hey, I'm making fun of myself, but also just so other people like me can relate. Like a lot of the hardest times in my life where I was like depressed, I had Pandora and I would just put it on stand-up comedy, and you hear something that you relate to, like I mean, this is
go ahead, give me one.
All right, so this is terrible. Like this is not gonna resonate with a lot of people, but
it's
just like small dick jokes. Yeah. Like when I was a teenager, like I'm cool now. Right. I know what I can do. Right, you know what I'm saying? The beard, eating coochie, you know. Right. But when I'm 13 years old, I'm like, I have a small penis. People, girls talk about it. And it's like, if I make a small penis joke, then somebody out there might be like, you know what? they might not worry about it so much. You know what I'm saying? They might be like, oh,
let's just sit and land in this atmosphere of small penis for a moment, okay?
Pause.
Throw the flag. So the beauty and the beauty and the funny of that is that you got to that space. Like let alone comics, men don't get to that space, to where they confident. And it doesn't, a lot of times I used to tell, honey, cut the podcast off now. I used to tell my wife, like, a lot of times, a lot of stuff that I used to say on stage, it's not literally true.
Yeah.
It's just inspiration. Like you said, it's an inspiration. And then I extrapolate it to make it, to punch it up like I want to, because I'm just I was more of an energy guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big part. Yeah. I'm an act out energy guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so to overcompensate for not being a writer and not having good punches, I could act out the premise, and that's where I would get my life. And a lot of times that's not true to, that's not who I go home. That's not the same person that's driving home.
Yeah.
But it's hard to convey that to you.
Yeah.
To your spouse.
Right.
She's like, you talk about you fucking bitches. Like, I'm like, well,
in my mind, in my own fucking mind.
So, but no, let's go back to small penises. Like, no, seriously, like it. I was listening to. So speaking of inspiration, I do a hybrid type of work environment where I make my corporate job. And I don't know how I landed on a 1970s Richard Pryor album. And it was so inspiring, Patrick, because of the freedom he felt. Now, I'm a big Richard Pryor fan, so I studied him, and I'll ask you after this, like, who did you study any comedians coming up, or and now that you're in the stand-up game? But I know his story, and I know the pain. Like, one of my backdrop on my Facebook page is tragedy and the Joker, because a lot of tragedy, a lot of sad shit can be funny if you channeling it right, So, not to say that it's true that you might have a needle dick, but I'm just saying, to be comfortable to get there and to share that with the crowd is liberating, because now you can immerse yourself in the joke or any bits that come out of that, and you are true to form. And that's what conveys to the audience. It's like you're true. I used to get mad at a lot of comics that was calling me out on truth. And it's like, you're not funny because you're not being true. You acting like a version of somebody you want to be. And you not that. You want to be that, but it ain't landing because everybody can see, like, the shit that's not you.
Yeah.
So who inspired you, like when you listen to, like, when you watch a comedian, like, who inspired you? Who inspires you today? Like, give me something, not to say you have to give somebody, but like, what is the vibes that inspire you today to be like, I got something now?
I think Eminem.
Just
going back to what's.
Yeah, no, seriously, because Eminem broke the mold for all white boys that want to do some gangster shit.
Well, just go back to, like, self-deprecation. Like, when he did that battle on 8 Mile, he took himself out first, so then you can't. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, I'm comfortable with who I am. You know what I'm saying? Amen. I know my flaws, and that's where, you can overcome them on stage. And then you also, and then you get the crowd on your side, so all that. And other people can relate and be like, oh, it's okay to be human. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have flaws. It's okay to live at your parents until you're 31. Not really, but, in this particular case, okay. If you're there.
If you was my kid, I would say it's okay.
Yeah,
because I would throw you out.
But you might not know Anthony Jeselnik, Anthony, Anthony Jeselnik.
He's a douche.
Douche. But as far as writing style, he inspired me a lot, because I used to walk around my restaurant job and tell his jokes to servers, and I think that was like before I even I remember he had this.
No, you did.
Yeah, he had this joke like.
Did you get tipped well?
Oh no, I would just say it to the servers.
Oh, okay, not to the eating public, right?
Yeah, but just like from when I remember, like he's like, I really want to. My girlfriend makes me want to be a better person, so I can get a better girlfriend.
Yeah,
that's how simple it is. It's just so simple.
Yes.
It's just like and like that is, and I think like we're both Capricorns or some shit. So I always resonated with him. Like,
how does he get? All right, so.
And he doesn't do much crowd work.
He don't do crowd work. No. One of the things there was this guy, this Tampa comic. He was from Richmond, went to VCU, but he moved to Tampa. Was an improv like their regular guy. Open up for like the headliners that come there. And I asked him one time. I was just like, how do I get to the funny? Because I got the ideas. He was like, this motherfucker gave me a book to read, the Comedy Bible.
Yeah, I read it. Yeah, I got an audio book. I always recommend people,
So I'm not alone. God, thank you. Geez. It took me 15 years to find somebody that says they read the Comedy Bible.
Yeah.
Short of that guy that told me. And when I say it's not applicable to me, because I didn't believe in writing. I just did not want to write. But as I got older, mature, I'd been to gobs of therapy, and I just like, it's better sometimes to not let the first thought come to your head, especially on stage, because then you could kind of fuck yourself. If you go somewhere on stage with with your gut or your first thing you want to do, and you got an idea of where you want you had a bit, you write it down, you had it structured correctly and everything, but for some odd reason, the devil was in my head saying, jump off the diving board, nigga. And I was just like, and I did this. And then I lost the whole audience, and it's just crickets. You bombed. You had them. You could have had it if you'd have just been disciplined enough. And that's what I see in you. And for a young person, a lot of the younger guys that I've seen around the RVA comedy scene are disciplined in the standpoint of every time I see them, the bits that they're doing, their act seems like they are honing it.
Yeah.
As opposed to what we used to do back in the 2010s was each mic was a different set.
Yeah.
And there was no way you could succeed with that. It was just looking back at it now, it was no way we could succeed with that, because we was just flying by the seat of our pants and just sucked. Yeah. Sometimes it's okay to suck.
I mean, that's one of the toughest parts is going up and saying the same jokes in front of the same people. Ooh. Some of them don't like you. Most of them don't like you.
Yeah, most of them don't.
You're just saying the same shit, and they're saying the same shit, and you do it over and over. And I will say, some people that are like, man, I just can't keep saying the same thing in front of everybody, and those people end up usually quitting. Or,
this is my version of quitting, by the way.
Yeah, but you channeled your shit somewhere else. So this is all no script here. You're just being yourself. And I mean, you can do that in comedy. I think anybody who does one or the other wants to learn the other. Like, I don't do much crowd work, but I want to start. People that do crowd work, they want to write jokes. Yeah. So it's like, I think it's a happy meet. If you can do both, then you can't lose.
I almost paid motherfuckers to write for me. Because I was just like, I had a comic headliner say, man, you got so much great stage presence, but you ain't funny.
Funny? I mean, I think
it's so funny. It's subjective, by the way. So let's be clear.
All right, well, we gotta all go look up Jay Grizzo on the 2012 videos.
Oh, bro. No, I was doing Flintstone jokes about driving from here downtown, didn't have no brakes, and I used my feet to stop the car. Just hacky. Yeah. Hacky shit.
That's funny, though.
Oh, that was hacky. Shout out to Jaye. Jaye?
I know Jaye.
Jaye is... It was a couple of guys that I came up with. Jaye, Benny. God. Lawson.
Yeah. OGs. All OGs.
10 Man. Those brothers was like, yo, you got some, but you ain't, you and CJ say way. CJ say that CJ live right around the corner.
I'm surprised they told you, man. I have a hard time telling people they're not funny.
Oh no, my brothers we go through the trench. Were you in the trenches? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you ever been to like a 2 a.m. after hours spot to get to do jokes. You just in there for jokes. Yeah. Everybody in there to fuck hoes and get high. But you there to make them laugh. Right. Man, case, God, this is. And I was just like, yo, first of all, I'm too square for y'all niggas. And second, like, I don't even want to be here. Like, I'm just trying. Like, I got to get up in the morning to this call center job. Yeah. 6, 8, 7 a.m.
You're like waiting for your spot. You're like, man, I'm tired, but I know this is good for my craft.
Man, it takes let's talk about some of those early, because you some years now. I don't know, what's the saying? How many hours you got to be in? How many hours they say you're supposed to be doing of stand up before you get it?
They say like, well, I know the
like
hour
10,000
hours or whatever,
or
but
shit,
a lot of people say 10 years.
10 years,
and
right?
I'm at year 4.
Yeah, but, so
but I also been writing in general punchlines for 15 years. You know,
as a hip hop artist,
I've been writing punchlines for 15 to 20 years. You know,
yeah, that hook.
Actually, 20 years. I'm 36. I started rapping when I was 16. I've been writing punchlines since I was 16.
Round of applause.
But comedy's very different, though. You know what I'm saying? Comedy still. I still got ways to go. But 4 years.
I mean, speaking back to the comedy Bible, because that was my baseline that I wanted to. I had the desire and wanted to be that type of comic, to where I was like, I'm structuring a joke right, I'm doing. But by the time I done got to a mic, or I'm featured somewhere, or I'm a bringer, like I remember being on a bringer show, and of course I done brought everybody. Yeah. So Funny Bone, Short Pump saying, "Oh, you done brought all these people here, so you going to shot?" It's not Abe, but it's another Middle Eastern brother name from Fredericksburg. I forgot his name, but I featured for him because I won something. Yeah. And we in the green room, and you can hear crickets because I'm nervous and shit. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to let this guy down. He's the headliner. He's trying to loosen me up. He was like, yo, bro, it's cool. It's like, nah, nigga, we not the same niggas. Like, you coming up here and you about to hit him with some professional shit, and I'm about to hit him up with some West End Randolph shit. Like, I'm about to fuck him up. And he was like, you gonna bomb if you do that. And sure enough, it's nothing worse. Have you ever opened for somebody and didn't do your job? I've done that.
Yeah, man. One of the first gigs I got. Well, I mean, I guess I did my job. Yeah. So as a host, if you're going very first, you don't have to like kill or anything. But I have bombed on a comedy club show, and then the featuring act was having a tough time too. So I was like, okay, it wasn't just me, you know. Yeah, but as far as like, you know. Luckily with the comp, but in general, yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's tough. The business part of the game, business of the show business, because a lot of people in stand up be like, I don't, especially when people get disenchanted. I'll say the word. It's like that's any business. If you're good, you're good. I'm gonna move on before I go on a tangent, because I don't want to sour you. No, because you're good, bro. Where was I going? Oh, white wine.
One more sip.
Oh, you see how I'm looking? You see I'm like, please, by all means, man. That's why
I'll pass it.
I got it. So Anthony Jeselnik. That delivery, where'd you come up with the delivery that you got? You got a laid back. This is Chunkles doing imitation is the greatest form of flattery. This is Chunkles doing Patrick Logan. Hey yo. Because he got He got the.
I'm comfortable, man. I feel good. Like, man, I was having a bad day before I came here. I was like,
Really?
man, I'm not gonna be funny. I'm like,
let's do that. How was your day today?
Man, sad, bro.
What happened? What started it?
I shouldn't talk about it because it's about something personal. But
try not to. But I will give me a piece, and I will lead you in the right direction.
Well, I was just.
What made you sad? Just say what made you. Give me the emotion. I'm gonna be a therapist. What was because we both. I've been in therapy. I don't know if you have, but
I was angry about something, man.
Woke up angry?
No, man. Just some news with a friend. Just a friend being kind of. All right, okay, man. No, let me see. But basically, in general, I just wasn't having a great day.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, them days. Some days you're
yesterday was mine.
Happy. Yeah,
yesterday was mine.
So today I wasn't extremely happy, and I'm like, man, I don't feel funny. I don't know how this podcast is gonna go.
Right.
I
was okay after. I was okay about how the podcast was gonna go.
But I feel great since I've been here, and maybe it's alcohol, but still, I'm having a great time talking comedy. That gives me life. You know what I'm saying?
Amen. And that's a little
loud. Good being here with you and your element. I've watched the podcast a bunch of times, and happy to be here. So like, it's just like other people's energy can build you up.
Other people's energy can fuck you up.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, and that's what fucked me up this morning.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna do the part that you don't want to do, but I ain't gonna go where you're gonna go. So same thing. My day was like that yesterday, and I woke up. I woke up. First of all, I'm always a half glass full before half glass empty kind of guy. But when you have energy, meaning people, so let me be specific, A bullshit? Specific people might not be where you are in their walk, in your walk, like where you're going or where you want to go or where you are. Other people that you have intimate contact with, you might see on a regular basis, might deal with on a regular basis, might have interactions with on a regular basis, might not be on that type of time. So you have to. I got tired of being careful about their energy. I said, I'm good. I woke up today. I'm fine. And then I said something to the party. It was somebody that I make money with. And they was just sour for no fucking reason. Well, I can't say that because I know them.
Yeah.
So I know why they're sour. And if you ever had something sour and you're not sweet, but you ain't sour, okay? You're like, what?
It affects you.
Yeah,
it affects you.
You're human.
Yeah,
you're a human fucking being, and it's like, I'm considerate enough that if I'm having a bad day, I'm not gonna fuck up your day. I'm just gonna keep it moving, bro. And I was just like, it took me 4 hours to get that stench off of me.
Yeah, it'll stick with you all day.
Yeah. To the point where I almost called my therapist. Is like, yo, bitch, we might need to make an emergency call here today. Yeah, did, because I need to talk to somebody. Thank you for being here tonight. So exactly. So I said, why am I bothered by this? Why am I bothered by this?
I'm asking the same question to myself today. Why does this make me so upset?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
And it's like, well,
I always do what I do, Patrick, is I do the inward thing first because I hate to empower other parties. So I said, well, what is me? Now, once I do the full, like when you go get a quick oil change and they do that, they're asking you, do you want to check your fucking air filter?
Right.
I want a fucking oil change.
Right.
I don't want you to check if my nuts is working.
Right.
Yeah, I want an oil change.
Mm-hmm.
So don't give me that. So once you go inward and say, I done checked all my boxes. My boxes is good. I didn't come with the energy.
Yeah.
It was you. It was you.
Bullshit.
It was you. So what do I do about that? I got to figure out how to not allow you to affect me. How somebody says, I got to disengage.
Right. That's kind of where I'm getting to.
Yeah. Disengage. And it's not malicious.
It's just recognizing yourself and your own patterns. You know, like it's
I'd spirituals. I mean, honestly, it keeps you from what the good Lord calling you to do. I have people tell me this all the time. They say, Jay, you such a good, you could get, I mean, but then again, all preachers could get people to Jim Jones. I don't know if you know who Jim Jones is, but he had a cult and he took everybody down to South America, made them drink the Kool-Aid and killed like 300 people.
Okay.
You know, so you could mesmerize people with personality. You know, that's not my thing for folks to try to get me to do something to get me down that path to lead, because leadership comes in different ways and shows up in different forms. But what I do know is I ain't got time for the bull. I ain't got time for that. Somebody was trying to get that to you today, this morning. You woke up with it. Yeah. I can tell your legs shaking with that
I'm like,
shit.
damn, why'd I go down this route? I didn't mean to bring it up.
No, totally, man. I'm telling you, this is a reason and it's a season, and it'll.
I guess. No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I guess the main thing is like when you like asked me about my energy and so chill. It's like, yeah, I mean, today I had a rough day, but I'm enjoying being chill right now. This is what I love. I love comedy. I love communication. I love like meeting with different people. I love talking. So, especially somebody with like a like mind, like, I've really enjoyed this a lot. And, my energy, just as far as joking, like, how'd I come up with my style? I think that was like the original question.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, I used to just post little stupid shit on Facebook. Like, honestly, because I have this need for attention, have this need for approval. I have like, when I post something on Facebook, I want a bunch of laugh reacts. And that's what I was before stand-up comedy. Well, I mean, we talked about my surgery and stuff. Like, I got into stand-up because I wanted to find something that I love being sober. When I was rapping, I was, taking Adderall, smoking weed. Once I had health problems, I was like, I need to get sober. Let me find a creative outlet sober. But writing a little stupid joke on Facebook is what really kind of just made me a writer in a comedy form. I didn't write jokes. I would write them on Facebook, I kind of do my jokes on stage as I would read it off of paper. And then I found my first it was just reading it. And then 4 years in, I'm like, I'm a little more comfortable. I'm like,
confidence.
And then when I try a new joke, like tomorrow, I'm going to go try a bunch of new jokes and I'm just going to go up there and just like be myself. Like, all right, guys,
amen.
This is what I've been up to. This is what's on my mind. Da, da, da. And
it may land. And if you record it.
Yeah.
Definitely record the first time back out there after you've gone through what you've gone through to see how it lands. And then there's going to be something there. The Comedy Bible says it. What's hard? What was it? Confused. What was the emotions that he said in the book, or she, because it was an LA chick that wrote it. What's hard? What's confusing? What's to the comic from the point of view of a comedian? It was hard, confusing. It was other emotions that created you to write from, because people want to know like how. Well, I don't think the public don't care, but comedians, like, where do you get this funny from? And it's like, well, we sit there and commiserate in our goddamn head.
Yeah, just thoughts running constantly.
And the shit is
over coping. A lot of coping. Like
I said,
honestly, yeah. When I have, it's true. It's like when something bothers me, or I do something stupid, or I mess up and make a mistake, and I'm like, oh,
that's a man thing.
We
gonna claim what we did. Ain't no lady no lady comic is out here saying I fucked up.
Yeah,
You saw? And I challenge any female comic to go.
That's Women History Month, man. We can't.
I'm gonna do that here. I'm gonna clip that right now. I'm gonna clip that right now.
Man, leave it.
I'm gonna clip it.
Patrick
I
Logan.
dare a lady comic to go out and clip any part of their act and say I fucked up. Okay, that ain't happening. You know, and that's at Jay Grizzy and at Taking No Shorts podcast, and that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. Okay,
Exactly.
no,
made a mistake. Yeah, and well, also like when I say like made a mistake, you might not even tell that this is a joke I wrote after I made a mistake. Like you said with the not always telling the truth. Like I might do something stupid and then write a joke about it, but the truth isn't funny. Right. So I changed it. Now it's funny. Yeah. And it has nothing. You would never know that this joke came from me doing something stupid or making a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's how I overcame this thing, you know? And it's an outlet. Definitely an outlet for sure.
Comics are very unique individuals. I was watching Jim Brewer, who was a cast member on Saturday Night Live. Brewer was talking about, if you don't know who Jim Brewer was, he was also the stoner, he wasn't the dude on the couch and Half Baked, but he was one of the motherfuckers. The tie-dye shirt, dude. Yeah, right? And he was talking about how Chris Farley, before his demise, how he was. And he was just like, Chris Farley was one of the funniest improv. He didn't do stand. I don't remember Chris Farley doing stand up, but he was on Saturday Night Live. He was a comedic actor. He was comedy adjacent, however you want to fucking describe it. You know,
legend.
And he was a Tommy boy to me and my wife because they're fat boy and a little.
Yep.
You know, and he was talking on a humanistic level about who the man was before his demise, like how he got off kilter with the substances and everything. But at the end of the day, he was just like, he asked Jim Brewer the day before he passed, am I funny? You know? And Jim Brewer was like, dude, you are fucking hilarious. Yeah. Like, you're making millions of dollars and you asking me?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, how did he get like that? Like, this is after the fact, because I think this shit came out. This YouTube video might have came out like 3-6 months ago. And he was like, well, Farley, why are you sometimes we comics can be, I can't say they worst enemy, but you definitely need support systems in this game as a stand-up comedian. You definitely need people to be a positive encouragement to you in this path because you are bearing a lot of yourself and exposing yourself to a lot. And people need to be there. You need something or somebody or somebody's to be around to support you in that, because that's like when Superman fly too far away from the sun, he fall back to earth. Like that's what I call it. Like when you exposing yourself on stage and being vulnerable and you getting into the bits and you getting into you. That's some of the greats do that. Most of the greats do that, but they also end up fucking killing themselves because they fucking did too much. It's a
I mean, giving yourself to even being on a podcast, even like I'm saying, like just giving yourself, putting your face in front of people, and this is where I'm going to be. This is what time I'm going to be there, and your whole everything you've done your whole life is like, it's just being really vulnerable, and it could be scary, but also it's so much fun. So much fun. And it's rewarding to say, I created something. I worked really hard on something and did this. And
you can monetize it now. You just got to share it with Meta and all those other places. But shout out to all of. What do you think about all the social media comics? I don't even think I don't think it's a thing of social media, so it's not the right question. What about material online now?
Yeah, man, I post everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will be like, I'm not posting nothing until I come out with a special.
Mm-hmm.
Me, like I had one video go to 1 million, and like that, if it would have, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If that would have went, if I could do that again, and that one that went to 1 million views, it only got me like 400 more followers, but that's 400 followers that follow me because of my comedy.
That's you. So you're a half glass full guy.
So if I do another, if I just keep posting video, and then the next, so one went to like 1 million, the next one 300, 1,000, you know, and the next one 1,000.
Same thing here.
And then so if I do another one for 1 million, then that might give me another 300 or maybe more followers, you know. So it's like I post everything. If you come to the live show, a lot of people say, oh, I'm not posting this because then they come to the show and they're like, I've already seen that. Well, I see the same comics do the same jokes all the time. And sometimes the energy's different, and I'm laughing my ass off at something I've seen 1 million times.
I laugh.
The energy.
Look, I get comics all the time because I'm known. Shout out to Green Eyes. Exactly. It's a legend right here, at least in the urban Richmond area, but he was known for busting up comics. He would sit in the front. He's a comedian, wrote for Cat Williams, wrote for a lot of other guys. He's don't want no recognition. I'm not going to speak on what he did. So y'all look him up if he out there. He ain't out there like that. But sometimes I lost my train of thought. This is old age and weed.
With the online posting stuff online or something.
When you sharing stuff with folks, some folks can laugh or break the rhythm of the joke before you get to the punch.
Yeah.
They can't, and sometimes the comedy, like Green Eyes used to do it because he would do it to me because he was like, boo, nigga. He would heckle you. It was like Kill Tony, but it was like Kill Tony in the hood.
Yeah.
You know, he would like
Kill Lil Tony.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like crazy. Lawson though too, because Lawson could talk about this. We did a show. This nigga would sit there. It would just open. It might not be an open mic. It just might be an after hours show in a hood spot, or a spot might be 20 people in the room. But as a comic, you want to kill those 20 people with comedy, and he be in the front, like at the loud, because you get a speckle of applause, and all you hear is this loud mouth before you get to your punchline. Fuck it all. It's like, damn. I did that to Kara one time. I did that to Kara when she did Your Room. She was doing the setup. And I just cracked because I heard the joke before. That's what I'm getting back to.
You laugh because you know what's coming.
You know what's coming. And I was just like, I'm sorry. I felt so bad. But she looked up me because I was in the balcony. I was just trying to be inconspicuous. And I was in the balcony and I was just like, oh shit, I fucked up her joke.
Damn.
Yeah.
As long as you ain't scream out the punchline, you know, some people
I'll never do that.
They scream out like you're watching a movie. Oh, here's the punchline before they get to it. But
I look directly like, do not do that.
And then also like talking with people talking while you're building. While you're doing don't talk at comedy shows. Comics too. Comics do it all the time. Talking during the show.
Comics do that, but you should not
whisper.
You should not be within an earshot. Even in a big room, you should not be within an earshot. Like you should be in the back. Yeah. You should be in the green room. You should be
outside.
You do not do. You do not do that. I remember Antoine Scott one time. He was going up, and we in that little causeway leading that little ramp walking up, and I'm just talking and introducing And I said something crazy. He looked at me like, what the fuck you just fucked up? He said, yo, man, don't fuck. Sometimes you need space. I know I need, before somebody says, coming to the stage, right? Where's your headspace at when somebody says coming to the stage?
Oh man, that's a great question. Man, it's every single experience is different, man. Mm-hmm. Every single time, man. Sometimes you're ready. You're like, I'm ready. You've already looked at the crowd. You know that they're in it. So that's the best. That's the best case scenario. Best case scenario, they were laughing at the person that was before you, and the person before you wasn't really that funny. So you know they're gonna laugh at your shit. You're like, oh, I'm about to get them. That's the best. That's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, it's tough. They ain't laughing at shit. They loud. They talking. They heckling. You like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. And then you got the mediocre in the middle. Like, okay, this could go either way. And then me personally, people ask me, do I get nervous? It's random. It's completely random. I could be doing a big show at a big venue and be completely confident. And then I could be doing like an open mic with 6 people and be like, I am nervous as shit. Yeah. And like, I'm like, why am I so nervous? So it's like, you never know. It's always different.
I never was nervous because I think I knew. I was never. First of all, I was never confident. Yeah, I was never confident in the material.
I was never nervous. I knew I was about to suck.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fucking, just off of what you said, I've never seen you this comment.
That's spot on, bro. That is so spot on because I could sit down as they, building up the crowd or whatever, and I would have hot. I mean, shout out to all the guys that brought me up, but I would have hot crowds, and I'm sitting there like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if I flame out or not. I just thought I could. A promoter said, yo, I got a picture of you standing on a stool about the size of that stool over there for a laugh. Like I was a prop. I was Gallagher. Yeah. I was the brother Gallagher.
Yeah. I'd love to see it. Like I'd love to.
But what was getting to me was I knew it was like I'm a gimmick. Like you don't want to be
a hack.
Yeah, you don't want to be a hack comic. And after a while, I was just like, all right, the stand up comedy will separate, just like anything in a capitalistic or the cream rises to the top. If you're funny, you're gonna move on to the next level. It's NCAA tournaments, March Madness. If you're good, you're gonna move on to the next round. If you're not, nigga, you is out of there. Bullshit. And I was just like, I don't know if I started saying I can't compete with these guys, and I got in my head and I had a lot of other stuff going on, but I was just like, I can't compete. So because I respect this game so fucking much, I can't play myself like this. I cannot. But I know there's a lane. I switched up my YouTube page. Matter of fact, go check out the YouTube and go ahead and subscribe at youtube.com/@TakingNoShortsPod. I changed the title of the podcast, or like the headline, or like the tag, like it's comedy adjacent, because I can't call myself a former or open mic or whatever. I can't do none of that, because I know so many people that are dedicated to the craft and have done so much good with the stand-up comedy that I didn't do. I cheated the game. For real. I was trying to cheat the game for real. I was just like, I'm funny. I had Tony say, I'm funny at the Waffle House. Yeah. He brought me up one day. He was like, this man is funny at the Waffle House. I looked at him like, you saying that? Damn. That's tough. That's tough to come up with somebody say you funny at the Waffle House. And literally, if you come with me to the Waffle House, I'm funnier than some of the people you done paid hell of a money to, you dig? So it be like that sometime. All right. You got time for some bad choices? Because I'm sure you have made some bad choices,
man, sure.
in your young life. Yeah, man. You sure?
I'm down for whatever.
Because it used to be I let the audience pick it, or I let the guests pick, but I pre-picked them.
Okay.
So you got to be now. What I will do is out of what I have, you kind of got. Well, first you got to shake that leg.
Look, my leg. Look.
No, that leg is a symptom of
or something.
No. Well, I mean, I Adderalled it too over my years. I know what that leg means. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right, bro. You know, you good. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not bad for calling it out. So you ready?
I'll do it.
All right. Pick one.
All right.
Pick one. You gotta get it to me.
Middle.
Yeah. All right. You go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. He gonna pre-read it before he gave it to me.
I didn't know I give it to.
No, he pre-read it, so he prepped. I mean, I'm gonna give him some time. Let him shake that leg. He got it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Would you amputate? That mean cut.
Cut off
one of your fingers. They say 50 grand. I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna leave it like that. Would you amputate one of your fingers for 50 grand?
No.
Bullshit?
No. Nope.
You got a bill, man. You got student loans.
Nope. Well, few reasons. I
see that digit right there. What happened to that thumb?
Because I write with these hands. You know what I'm saying? I write like that. Look. Also, you know, if somebody got one of their fingers cut off, I don't know if you can trust them. They might have been in a gang and like they might have done some crazy shit or
they might have
somebody over.
Yeah, they
you know what I'm saying?
Might have gave them the 1 to the stink, 2 to the pink.
Yeah, I amputate. I just had surgery. I don't want nobody cutting nothing. I mean, it's not a bad deal.
50 grand, man.
50 grand's a lot of money.
You would have went to Saudi for 500.
I will go to a terroristic country
for 500.
I shouldn't even say that. I don't know if they're terrorists.
Well, 9/11 is true, but you would go for 500 grand for 15 minutes of jokes,
but won't cut off my own finger because I'm selfish.
For a fraction or for 10% of that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. I'll go to a country where they cut fingers off, other people's fingers off.
Yeah, for 50, and then they pay you for it. You could do a what they organ donation.
And look, I told you, let's go back to the small penis. I need all the fingers that I got. I need all of them.
Can you imagine a nigga put this penis, a finger on this penis? I've seen that shit on porn. No, I seen that shit in porn, bro. There's some weird porn shit out there where motherfuckers put add-ons to their dick. I when I saw the shit, I said, how this even come? Like, it's not even, it's on the page, like of the porn page, but like when you scrolling and you going through some adult material, you know, I'm looking as a straight guy, I'm looking for the hottest chick and all that so I can get it on with her, right? In my head. And then when I'm doing that, I see this, I was like, yo, what? Nigga, they got a whole fake file. They got an add-on. They got a fucking. And
you watching trans?
No way. It's way back.
Good.
All right. No, it's okay. It's just
I'm just thinking fingers porn. I mean, that's progressive. That's something good that could happen. You know.
Yeah, I'm thinking, why do you have to add something extra to your dick
when you got a hand,
or when you just got a dick?
Right.
Like, don't add anything extra. Be somebody. That's what therapy. You got to go to therapy. And why everything got to be for therapy for me?
We need therapy.
Yeah, but. If you're a needle dick motherfucker out here,
don't cut your hands off for 50.
Or better yet, how about this? If you're a needle dick motherfucker and you got to add something extra to your dick to fuck a girl, a lady, don't record it. Period. Don't record it. Do it
just for
do it in your own do it for your own personal pleasure, but don't put the shit out here for the internet fucking niggas like me up. Like,
for the record, the little dick jokes are not true at all.
Yeah,
just for the record, I'm just trying to be relatable, guys. That's all. You know,
to you little dick niggas, he trying to be relatable too. All right, we're gonna try another one. That was a good one. You're not cutting your finger off for 50 grand.
Nah, man, I can't do it.
I'm cutting that motherfucker. You know how many bills I got? You ain't got no bills yet.
I got to type with these hands. I got to write with these. I got to caress women with these hands.
Add on another digit.
I gotta eat donuts with these hands.
If niggas is out here adding extra length to their pause, add extra length to their manhood, I can do something with my fingers. For 50 grand, yeah. If we're gonna do another bad choice.
I'm not gonna
all right, we're gonna do a random. All right. Have you ever been called a slut?
Oh damn. Yeah. A homeboy called me one yesterday.
Oh Jesus. Okay, let's go ahead and get that story. He called you a slut to your face.
Just cause I'm not a slut. I'm not.
But he thought it. Why he think it?
Because I'm single at 36.
No, that's not. I mean, what is it? What is it? Is he married?
No.
Who is he?
Right.
Who the fuck is you, bro? I mean, is this Tyrone?
No, Tyrone, no.
He ain't gonna do
cool.
you like that.
Is this Tyrone know what's up.
Yeah, what's up, right? Yeah,
OG.
this friend is calling you out. What judgment? What judgment has he got?
I think he just
you a hater?
He jealous.
Yeah. Cause he know you can fuck a bitch. right then and there, and he can't. Pretty simple.
Probably. Let's do
talking
one more.
about practice. Not a game.
We talking about practice.
Practice. Not a game.
Thank you. I needed that.
I mean, well, practice. Yeah, I mean, you gotta practice to get good. And what it goes back to the small. Look, all I'm saying is, I know how to make a lady. Make a lady happy. Make a lady fingers. Happy. That's why you don't cut them off for 50,000.
It's important. You know, beard. That
we got a theme going on here.
Yeah, I mean, it's important that for me, that 12 to I lost my virginity, but 14 and 10 months. But that 12 to 14 and 9 months period, I was in that phase where can I do it? Do I have it? Can I cut the mustard? That's a very I don't think nobody in pop culture talks about that for men. It used to be in the 80s. They talked about it a lot. We had I'm going my chunkle bit. We had Porkies. We had all kinds. We had Weird Science. We had Madonna. We had all kinds of bitches. Excuse me. We had all kinds of bitches.
Just don't say females.
Yeah.
Say bitches.
Yeah. We had all kinds of bitches that was letting us 12 to 14 years old know that yes, you're capable. You could fuck us. That I don't know what these kids do with social media. I mean, I don't know what y'all algorithms are giving y'all these days. But when I was coming up, I had something to shoot for. And God damn it. Madonna at the MTV 1985 MTV Awards singing Like a Virgin in that dress. I was touched for the very first time. I was touched for the very first time. All right, bad choices. Last one.
It was a bad choice to do bad choices, to be honest with you. But we'll do one more. Let's do another one. Let's keep it coming, man.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I'm a glut at this point. I'm a glut for part of you. You want to see this one?
Me too. Yeah. No, go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. It's just for you, Patrick. All right. It's another money question.
Okay.
All right. Would you accept $500,000, $500,000, but every Saturday for the rest of your life, you had to work as a clown at kid parties?
Oh man.
Every Saturday for the rest of your life?
Dang, work as a clown. 500,000?
Yeah.
At kid parties every Saturday? What time do you get off? You mean every Saturday I gotta go out with you can see that I had clown makeup on?
You got the John Wayne Gacy. That's
every Saturday. It's gonna be imprinted. The clown.
You get a flat check.
500,000.
Tax free. $500,000. But for the rest of your life. So let's say your life expectancy. Let's do your life expectancy. Let's say you're 80. Let's say you get 80 out of this thing. Let's say you get 85. I'm going to give you 85. Right? And here you are. You got 50 more years of this shit. Every Saturday, 52 weeks a year, 50 years. That's about 25,000 Saturdays.
Wow.
For $500,000.
Damn, bro.
You ain't got no kids, so what you gonna do with that money?
Right.
I'm gonna let you answer.
Dang, dog. I mean,
Ask Tyrone.
every Saturday. Let me call Tyrone.
That's a good call back.
Call Tyrone. Oh shit.
We're gonna get a half a million to be a clown every day.
I don't like clowns, man. I don't like clowns.
Is it from Spawn?
I like the one, Mr. Homie
the Clown.
Homie the Clown
from Living Color.
Yeah.
Yeah, clowns are weird. They're kind of outdated. Yeah, me neither.
I mean, that's a lot of money, but every Saturday
for the following 50 years.
I mean, and I'm trying to be a comedian. I can't be having clown makeup during my set.
Yeah, you know clown is the hacky. I mean, next to being Jay Grizzy is the hackiest.
Now, for like 10 years, maybe.
Yeah.
But
the rest of your life?
The rest of my life. No, and then you old, man.
Yeah.
You got it every Saturday.
The old clown.
That just makes me realize, yeah, man, I wanna do it organic. I want to make 500,000
the hard way.
The hard way. Yep. I mean, that is the journey is what it's all about, man. Being right here.
Yeah, taking no shorts. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Taking No Shorts podcast, ladies and gentlemen, episode 133. You got it. You heard it right from the man's mouth. He don't want nothing additional. I mean, he ain't cutting off his fingers for 50 grand, but he'll go to Saudi.
I'll go to Saudi. I will go do comedy anywhere.
Yeah. He said he gonna blame Ty for calling him a slut. No, not Tyrone, but somebody called him a slut recently. We'll get to that on the next time you come back to Taking No Shorts podcast. And he not gonna be a clown for about 500.
I'll be a slut before I'm a clown.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. Before we wrap up here tonight, like you said, you hopefully this episode will be out this upcoming Friday if I can get to the edits. If it doesn't, it will be out the Friday before that. But you are now back out here on the scene. So let everybody know where they can find you on your socials and if you got any upcoming shows coming up. Patrick Logan, ladies, right?
Yeah, really just Patrick Logan Comedy on Instagram. You'll be able to find where I'm at quick. It's always one of the most recent things I posted where I'm at. I got my link tree in my bio. And then, if you hear this and you're around and you made it all the way through, I do need people to come cheer for me the 25th, not the next Wednesday at Parlays in Richmond. I'm trying to win $1,000. See, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to be a clown on a Wednesday trying to win $1,000. But yeah, just Patrick Logan Comedy. And really appreciate you having me, man. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Patrick. So glad to have you, man. Great conversation with you. I've learned so much more about you, Smithfield representing.
H-City.
Hey.
PG,
Hopewell,
Athens.
PG, Athens, and now here in the RVA doing this goddamn thing, being a funny motherfucker here. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back here at Taking No Shorts podcast next week. Until next time, bye-bye.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk. We all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kid stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding. I'm a man. I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, Jay Grizzy.